This is going to be your weekly tarot and oracle forecast. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies for the upcoming week, break it down, and let you know how to navigate. So let's get some overall themes and messages for this week. I should start off by saying happy Virgo season. We are officially here. I can't even believe it. I'm almost like in shock. Where did the summer go? Where did the year go? We're approaching fall in this part of the world, and that means we're going to be closing out 2025. I know that sounds dramatic, but we have so much coming our way. I mean, we just had a new moon in Virgo, the first of two this season. We're going to be having a full moon in Pisces lunar eclipse in a couple weeks. And on that note, I invite you to come to the full moon Zoom. We're doing it Friday, September 5th at 6 p.m. Eastern. The cost is $22. We're going to be doing a general collective reading about all this eclipse energy. Oh my goodness, there's going to be so much to talk about. And what we're releasing, it's going to be intense. So that's available on my website. You also get a personalized mini moon reading sent to you by the next new moon. Well, guess what? That next new moon is going to be a lunar eclipse. So my advice is don't miss this one. We're going to have a lot to talk about. So let's take a look again at some overall themes and messages. We have, I use my emotions to fuel my path. Interesting. What do you feel in your heart right now? What's in your heart? Now, this is a number 28 card. 1 plus 0 is a 1. We have new beginnings. Now, fueling yourself with emotions, it really means like, what are you passionate about? Okay. What's driving you right now? Okay. Now, I want you to make sure that your emotions are not driving you based on how you feel about other people. I want it to be about what you feel about you. What's going on in your life. You are the main character. Okay. Let's take a look at what else we need to know here. Move your body to move your emotion. Very interesting. Like this is really a repetitive message here about your emotions and how you're moving yourself forward. Here's the thing, just to clarify, and you've probably heard me say this before if you're not new to my videos, and that is you have to be very careful that old stories don't pull you backwards. Or if you're looking at angel numbers, signs, and synchronicities, that they're not pulling you backwards, making you wait, making you think you have to stay stagnant. New energy is the way to get new experiences and to change things in your life, okay? Nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you're holding on to stored emotions from old things that have hurt you, okay, then you're keeping yourself stuck. Let's take a look at what else we need to know here. The unexpected. Well, there you go. Yep, that is the eclipse energy that we're talking about. It's coming very, very soon. Okay, and let's take one more card here. Co-create. This is all about manifestation. And look, number 40, number 40. So 40, 40, 4, 4. Angels are with you. And by the way, 1 plus 9 is 10. New beginnings. 2 plus 8 is 10, as I said earlier. New beginnings. So therefore, we know we're getting some consistent themes. Now, let's take a look at each day of the week and see what we need to know, how to prepare ourselves. Because like I said, expect the unexpected. On Monday, we have here the Lady of Lightning, surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift, no surprise, okay? Well, funny, it says surprises. I'm saying no surprise, but I just know that we're in for a lot of shifting, okay? So let's take a look at Tuesday. Tuesday, it says fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. You know, you might get a reward for something. I mentioned in a video that I posted recently about all the tests coming our way. You might get a very obvious test right in front of your face, okay? How you handle it will say a lot about what you've learned. Let's take a look at Wednesday, and we have here the Dragon's Duel, inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. See, this is the thing, constant tests. You might be wondering on Wednesday what to do with a specific situation. Should I, shouldn't I kind of vibes. Let's take a look at Thursday. The Rainbow Prince, compensation, perseverance. This is my point. You know, the next little while really is going to be a bit of up and down. I mean, look, surprises can be a good thing. There's nothing wrong with a nice surprise. Although sometimes when we're not paying attention or we refuse to look at things or we're avoiding something, the universe finds a way to force it upon you. So it really depends on what kind of energy you've been putting out, because this card here says reap what you sow. So again, it really depends on what energy you've been in as of late. You know, have you been open to new things? Have you been pushing through even when it's difficult? Have you been avoiding? Have you been stuffing those emotions down? You know, we just talked about moving emotion. You're going to have to make some decisions and persevere, again, even when it's difficult. So on Friday, we have here the Phoenix. Well, resurrection, surrender to change. Never give up. This is all about surrender. And here's kitty cat Pandy this time. Usually it's Karma. Let's take a look. Oh, here, she's very, I call her Pushy Pandy. She's very perseverant. Let's see. On, my goodness, Pandy keeps pushing. The Fire Prince, optimism, aggression. Okay. This is, again, what energy are you in? Are you optimistic or are you aggressive? What emotions do you have? Let's take a look at Sunday. The Metal King, discipline, armor, boundaries. Do you have walls or do you have boundaries? Walls keep you stuck. Boundaries actually keep you moving. And a sneak peek at the following week, the Map Maker of Destiny. Authentic purpose, inspiration, free will. Again, I'm really seeing a lot of mixed energies here, and I find this fascinating because normally we have quite a clear-cut vibe, and this is really, well, if you do this, you know, this is going to happen. If you do that, that's going to happen. See, this is what's happening here. We've got perseverance, maybe a little bit of stubbornness. It depends. It's all perspective. I've been seeing a lot of readings lately come through about perspective. It's all in how you look at something. Are you optimistic or are you pessimistic? Okay. Let's get some tarot here. Now, on Monday, this Lady of Lightning, this surprising energy, Ace of Cups. Are you filling your own cup? There's a brand new emotional beginning here for you. On Tuesday, the Tower. See, reap what you sow. The Tower doesn't have to be a bad thing, but I'm not surprised if you're experiencing a Tower moment because this is a time of recalibration. Addressing things that have been avoided, right? Here we have the King of Pentacles. Interesting. It says conscious choice on the card beneath it. And I always talk about the King of Pentacles that you're going to get from point A to point B. You're going to have your abundance. It's just very slow energy. But your decisions along the way affect how quickly you're going to get to your abundance. If you're avoiding things and you're taking detours constantly and not learning the lessons, then, you know, you're making a conscious choice to take more time. If you're choosing to persevere and to push through even when it's difficult, you will have your reward sooner. So let's take a look at the Rainbow Prince energy here, that compensation or perseverance on Thursday. And we have here a Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters and peace. Well, that is the compensation for everything you've been through. If you keep persevering and doing things that are for your own benefit, you're going to have the peace in your life, the peace that you crave. Now, on Friday, we have the Phoenix. Yeah, the Moon. Interesting. The Moon is about purging, surrendering, and letting go. And Phoenix is really about a death and a rebirth, right? That's Scorpio energy. It's time to release so you can have the new energy come through. And let's take a look at Saturday. Ace of Wands. Look, the Fire Prince. There's the spark, creativity, purpose, and passion. And on Sunday, we have here the Nine of Cups. Ask and you shall receive. What's going to bring you personal fulfillment? Honestly, I don't think it's going to be armor. I think it's going to be boundaries. Let's take a look at the sneak peek at the following week. And we have here Nine of Wands. It's all up to you. Do you want to live an old story of wounds? Because we can call this the 9 of wounds as well. Now, 9 could be an angel number that you're seeing. And I don't mean to do all this tarot math here, but, you know, if you think about it, we have 2 aces and we have 2 9s. Okay? Aces are all about beginnings. 9s are telling you you're on the brink of change. 9 plus 1 is 10. 1 plus 0 is a brand new beginning, right? And we talked about that with those first cards in the opening. Let's take a look at some last bit of guidance here. Yeah, book burning. Whenever I see this card, it reminds me that we have to let go of the old story. Burn the narrative. Crown of Thorns. Martyr energy. Self-sacrificing. But at the same time, this is what adversity. Nobody needs to suffer. Sometimes people put themselves through so much suffering by holding on to an old story or repeating patterns that don't serve them. And I know that that's the emotional pain body. And by the way, there's the number 10 again. 1 plus 0 is a 1. We have a theme here. Another number 9, right? On the brink. Look, sacrifice. But you're not here to sacrifice yourself for everybody else. What it is releasing, letting go, surrender. It's time to surrender. I really hope this resonates with you. If you'd like to do a personal reading with me, there's Karma. Or do a personal reading with me and Karma. The link is in the description box below. Thank you very much, and I wish you an amazing week.